Welcome to another episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jeff.
And we just watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
Yes, still in Newport.
I was so on the ball with yesterday's show about Atlanta. I am not on the ball at all today. Like, they had a slip and slide. That's what they had.
It was not a slip and slide. It was a very enthusiastic water slide.
And they were all just happy because the butler was half naked.
Which, I mean, I agree with Ashley. I'm like, they were good looking, but it wasn't like, oh my God, right. Brad Pitt pitches slid down.
And I have
not Brad Pitt, Jake Gyllenhaal.
I have to hand it to Liz for being like, I'm not going to hit on the 23-year-old butler. Like, it's fine,
Also, I'm married. I'm trying to beat those allegations.
She's like, now, if that was Dino.
I'd say the Dino.
Yeah. If you are just finding us, thank you for finding us. We are two husbands, each other's husbands, and we watch the Housewives shows, as you probably can figure out.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate all the comments you've been leaving on social media and on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple. They are great. They make us so happy. So make us happy. Send us some comments.
Uh-huh.
Send us some mean comments. No, I'm kidding.
No. And again, hello, Norway.
Yeah, Norway, Sweden, too.
Sweden, yeah.
Apparently, we're big in Scandinavia? I don't even know.
What will be a third country? Norway, Sweden, and...
Denmark?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know. Unfortunately,
Geography.
I'm a dumb American and I don't know much geography.
Yes.
I know a lot of U.S. geography, though. So.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Rhode Island.
Yes.
And they're still at the mansion.
Yeah.
Alicia's still talking to dolls.
I love that Liz got real tired of Alicia's shtick this season, or this episode. And I like Alicia a lot, and she's very funny, but I can see I think sometimes maybe she's not playing it. Maybe she's just being herself, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
Just like interjecting with like dumb things that are like, no, I love a cracker.
Yeah.
Or I love a sunset. I love a insert.
I love a something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like sometimes, I could see where Liz is like, all right, let's turn this down.
Well, it's nice because that's actually kind of like a real friendship reaction of like, okay, I love you, but just enough.
And maybe like they're spending more time together, obviously, because they're shooting the show. And if they weren't, they probably wouldn't be spending as much time. So like Liz is like, wow, you're a lot.
Yeah. I'm just now discovering this.
Yeah.
Holy crap. So they pick up, I think, the next morning, right?
Talking about the fight with Kelsey and Rosie.
Mm-hmm.
And Rosie was throwing up all night because she was...
not feeling well. She wasn't hungover. It wasn't
something she ate.
Yeah.
It was just
They made it seem like it was nerves then.
Yes.
But that just seems like a weird thing to get physically ill about.
Well, if you're like so anxious when someone's like, coming at you so hard.
That's true. I could
both at dinner and then like barging into the room.
That's true. I consider myself to be an anxious person. I've been diagnosed, but maybe I don't have anxiety as bad as others do. I mean, not that it's a competition, because trust me, I don't want to win that competition.
No.
But I don't think I've ever really been so agitated I've thrown up.
Right. No, I get anxious too, but it's not. Yeah, I can imagine also triggering nausea.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess I've made myself sick before, but like in more of an exhausted, run down sort of way. But
right. That's different than like, I'm puking all night.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I mean, that's an awful way to spend the night.
Mm-hmm. They kind of go at it a bit at the table, and then finally Joellen convinces Kelsey to go to Rosie, and they both just resolve to move forward. But nothing really gets squashed.
Right.
It's not... Sorry. And she still can't accept that she gave her a backhanded compliment. And even when, like, Alicia now co-signs on it, that was really nice what you said. It's like, no, it wasn't.
Right.
But whatever.
I mean, I like that they both at least just admitted that, hey, I don't want to be in a fight with you. Like, it's not my goal to be pissed off or pissy with you. Like, I just want to have fun like everyone else. So, like, can we do that? And it's like, that at least does make some sort of sense to be able to say, like, I'm not purposely here to make you think I'm lying. It's not,
Right.
I'm not waking up every morning like, how can I piss off Kelsey? You know, and vice versa. So that's at least a good starting point for me.
I was surprised like it lasted the entire episode. We see in the preview for next week, it does not last. But the fact that they like were spending the entire day with a slip and slide, and the boat trip and just
in each other's company and didn't
even like talk shit about each other when they were separated either.
Right.
It was more like, I'm just glad that we're moving forward. So it was nice for an episode.
Yeah, I'll interested to see what sets them off next week. Being a slam pig.
Can't wait.
It'll be good.
I did like Rosie's shade of, we noted it, calling Kelsey a high-end squatter.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
Yeah.
And so then while the others were slip and sliding, or whatever we want to call that, that's where Joellen and Alicia went on a walk.
Right.
They went on a walk down by the ocean, it seemed. They got
very depressing walk.
Well, it seemed to be they got, like, that had to have been set up because, like, I used to live there on the 3rd floor, and there were ghosts.
That was so random. I'm like, who are you?
Unless it's just the world's smallest state, and, you know.
The chauffeur used to live there. Like... I needed that backstory.
That was interesting for sure. But yeah, then they end up walking, and that's where Alicia and Joellen kind of share stories, more Joellen, of her childhood and the details of being sent away to these...
3 times.
3 times.
I mean, once
to rehab, which sent her home because they clearly didn't need rehab. And then another time to like a reform school of sorts. And then a 3rd time for over a year.
Yes.
What her mom calls boarding school.
But was not. And he had predators, and she was...
Yeah, some real hardcore people who, had some true behavioral issues. It did make me wonder, like, obviously I'm not going to go on TV and admit, oh yeah, I was doing drugs and da-da-da-da-da. Like, you're not going to just go up there and admit all your bad things you did as a teenager necessarily. You'd like to think that, like, enough time has passed that it's not a big deal. You could talk candidly about it. But I was trying to get a good read on how much Joellen may be downplaying.
I think that if she was doing the things, she would have said it, because she's the same person who was like, I was slutty in my 20s.
True.
She said I was promiscuous, but I wasn't always, wasn't doing things, even when I wasn't doing something. So, yeah, I think if she was doing some coke or smoking a lot of weed or shoplifting or whatever, she would say, I was a little lost there for a bit. But I mean, obviously there's always 2 sides, but I am inclined to believe that her mom just didn't want to deal with her. So we need her mom's side. That we
learned that she sent her sister too.
Yes.
That I think was the previous episode. Yes. Is that, it was just her mom's way of dealing with
mothering.
Yes. And, the fact that...
Funny how this was on Mother's Day.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? Oh, that's kind of a dig.
Mm-hmm.
But Joellen says, that really the only thing that was going on was that she was, 16 and had boobs and was being hit on, and like boys were coming around. And so it was was it her mother's effort to scare her, like, to
not get pregnant?
Yeah, scare her.
Straight.
But into chastity, like just keep her chaste.
In a way, in a rehab.
Right. And be like, see, this is what could happen to you if you're a pregnant teen, But no, I mean, it's awful to hear either way. And I don't mean to like question, John's experiences, but it just makes like I don't know. I just can't, just like I can't imagine how a mother would just do that. The same way, Alicia can't imagine her father leaving. When she sees her daughter, she's like, how could you leave a kid that age?
Right.
It's like, I just can't imagine a mother just being like, oh, whatever, I can't even begin to figure out how to deal with just this thing that happens when you're raising a kid. So off to reform school or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
We watched that documentary about that one in upstate New York.
It was rough.
Yeah.
Very rough.
And so like in all these, camps and things, it's almost, it's where it's not necessarily for conversion therapy. There's just equally as atrocious situations going on for just, my kid stays out late on weekends and it run out the wrong crowd. And it's like, we're going to make them, lock them in a room and do X, Y, and Z. So
seems to be more like my kid isn't doing what I want or being who I want them to be.
Yes.
So your logical then next step is to put them in a wilderness camp.
Yeah. So
I don't
very
see it. Yeah.
But yeah, that was a sad walk. But we learned a little bit more.
And about Alicia too, and she broke down, and it was good that they got away and had it was nice yin and the yang to the water slide.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It was a really high energy episode.
Oh, so while they're all going through that, Rulla is sick. Rulla is very sick. She could have died, you guys.
And then
she couldn't lift her head up. That was just the topper. So while we're talking about that, we love to talk about hair on this show, or maybe it's just me.
I think it's just you, but I'll go with you on this.
I was talking to Ashley,
his best friend,
my best friend,
not Ashley.
And she was like, blah blah blah, Rulla's topper. I'm like, what's that? And she was saying, it's not a wig. It's basically a little attachment you can put on the top of your head to get fullness. If you don't have that fluff or thick hair at the top.
Right. So it's not necessarily a bump it. It's not something that like you put in your hair and like layer your own hair over it. It's just actual like
a wiglet maybe, but it attached, and it's like better than extensions because it's not gonna pull on your hair. It's like a little cap, if you will, a little top. And I was like,
a lady toupee.
Yes, really. And I was like, oh, that's what that is, because I knew it wasn't her hair, but I couldn't quite understand what it was. And yes, so she was in the topper, in bed,
made up
with a full beat, and she was near death.
Yes. Oh, I just couldn't. Oh, I mean, it made me wonder if she was just like, I don't want to go out and deal with these ladies, and I can ham it up. The cameras are here. I don't have to deal with them. I can just be sick. I'll make my husband make me some food. The kids will come in. It'll be cute,
All of the above.
It was all of that. Her daughter's cute little rainbow dress made me think, oh, it'd be cute to have a daughter someday and to get to put her in cute little outfits. But
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't need that.
But yeah, so she basically just, said she was so sick and had all the tests. And, Brian even was like, oh, maybe I'm getting it too.
The coughing that was going on in that scene was from both of them. Like, it's like, oh, okay, just ham it up some more. And it was Joellen who said, wow, Rulla gets sick a lot. Because she didn't show it wasn't the polo thing. It was one of the parties. But anyway, yeah.
Especially when they went to the vineyard.
Oh, right. That's what it was. Thank you.
God, it seems forever ago. We're only episode 7. Feels like, episode 2.
It feels like 5 episodes ago.
It does.
So, and then I think it just basically gets, there was fun, wackiness happened.
Well, it's all fun and wackiness until Ashley I's son goes to the hospital.
They get out to the boat. And then Ashley's, saying that her son has like some coughing,
bad
breathing issues, borderline asthma-like, and that her mother's watching her, and that like seems for a minute that he's gonna be like fine, that he's getting better. But then her father, Ashley's father, who's a doctor, suggests taking him to the ER, and so they did.
And so she has to immediately leave the boat, obviously.
It seems so weird that like they're only like 45 minutes from home. And that, like, it must be difficult to keep a distance from your regular life and be part of the show and, like, not just immediately, like, drop everything you're doing when your kid's sick to go take care of them because they are so close. It's not like, it's not like Meredith Marks is in another country on Mother's Day and can't, talk to her son whenever she wants to. She, is like, that's why I always feel like whenever I go on, like, a vacation, I want to go somewhere like at least 4 to 5 hours away, so that way if the vacation turns out a little bit dull, you're not like, I'm just gonna go home and do stuff.
This going away for them, it was like the equivalent of us going to San Francisco. Like, oh, we have this big trip and we're staying overnight. There's a mansion.
And even though I'm doing that in a couple of weeks with one of our friends just to go see a concert and everything, so we don't have to come home, it like if something happened to you or like you were like not feeling well or something, I would be like, well, I could come home. I could do it. Like, it just seems like a weird debate to have, but also at the same time, like you don't want to cut like a plan short just because maybe someone might be sick.
Right.
But anyway, it just...
Yeah, but in Ash's case, it was like, get me off this boat. Yeah. And then here's the thing about her.
Crying?
Yeah. So it's her crying, but she also, I think you're right. She feels embarrassed about the crying. And so it's really kind of odd crying. Made sense, of course, with the son, but when she was crying about Rosie being misunderstood by the women, I was like, whoa, you must be an empath.
Must be.
You are feeling all the feelings that don't concern you. You know, she cried like the other episode when she was saying like something bad might happen, you guys. Eventually someone's gonna die.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So I was telling you earlier, I'm an easy crier, and you know that, but you said at least when I'm crying, I at least appear sad.
Yes.
I find myself, I can cry, and I do end up tearing up when I can't express myself properly.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to explain something to someone and they're just either not listening or being purposely obtuse, it just frustrates me that like I can't get my point across in a way that they'll hear me, whether they're doing that on purpose or not. That will make me cry. And so in situations where I've been asked to defend myself of something that like, is completely not like true, I've burst out in tears just because it's like this overwhelming feeling of like I just can't. Just how do I get this? How do I communicate this to you? Because I'm just thinking so much, so fast, so hard. And so that's what causes me to cry. And so I wonder if she's kind of the same way where she feels it coming on and she's just kind of like, you know, starts getting embarrassed about it. So she starts laughing and kind of smirking and looking like, oh, I'm sorry. Because for me, it often happens at work. And, you know, there's nothing greater than being a 40-year-old man starting to cry in front of your boss at work because some perceived slight.
So I've never cried at work because I would feel just, I don't like to show emotion, period, at work.
Period. Just leave it. Period. No.
Yeah. Period. Dot.
Yes. But no, I mean, things, you know, I mean, I've gotten better about it the last couple of years, but I think any of my coworkers that are listening to this, they understand a little bit. Things are a little cry-worthy around my office from time to time. So, but you know. Yeah,
I think you're right. I think she's just overcome. The emotions hit really hard, really quickly. So she can just like, bam. It's not, she's not faking it.
Right.
That's the thing. That's just, I guess, her emotions in her way. And, you know.
Right. You know, it makes, you know, she is a relatively new, she has two kids.
2 kids.
Yeah. So I just wonder if like maybe, you know.
I don't think it's that new. Like one of them, that Dawson is 3.
Well, it's a couple years. I just wonder, like, it's sort of thing with anything, like, the more often it happens, the more you get used to it, and the more you can kind of predict, okay, this isn't new anymore. I'm not going to, you know, worry as hard, that sort of thing. So, but this obviously with his breathing is a big, serious deal, so understandable. But yeah.
So, yeah, then they're on the boat, and...
Your favorite kind of boat, the catamaran, with the netting open, exposed to the sea.
Screw your damn catamaran.
Have you ever been on a catamaran?
No, but I don't want to be on a catamaran. It's too open. I'm not the greatest swimmer, and screw you if you try to put me on a catamaran. So
that one they were on seemed a lot better than the ones that I've been on the past. The ones that I've been on the past look like have actual like checkerboard netting where there's like gaps between like that
like
big.
You could stick like a foot between, like,
yeah, I could stick my foot into it.
No,
like I would never slip through, but like I could wiggle my foot. That one at least seemed like it was like poked, like small dots.
It gives me the heebie-jeebies, like Alicia had the heebie-jeebies at the mansion with the ghosts.
The ghosts? How do you is ghosts? Ghost. Those dolls. Oh,
crackers.
Those crackers over there. How much charcuterie could they eat?
Like, was there real meal? No, it was all charcuterie. Like, I would be like, can I get a full sandwich on the boat? And then when they got back, I'm like, could production not, like, how much money were they putting towards this show? Because it seemed like not a lot.
Well, charcuterie can be damned expensive.
Right, but I would just want, like, a piece of chicken. Not a freaking salami.
On the boat, they showed, like, a bowl of salami with the salami, like, draped over the side.
It was draped over the side. It was,
like, hanging out in the sun all day. I was like, it looked like a just sweaty, sliced salami. It just did not look appealing to me.
No.
So...
No.
And I love me some charcuterie, but that did look like a little overboard on it. So.
I love a pita cracker. I
do love a pita cracker. I thought that the little breakfast buffet was cute. And I always roll my eyes when people like go out to breakfast and get the parfait.
Oh my God. I love a yogurt.
Yeah. But that's what Rosie had, was a yogurt.
Yeah.
settle her stomach, I suppose. But like, it's the sort of thing where like, you have this access to all this delicious food, and you're like, oh, yogurt. It's like, oh,
I know. Well, because at least I go heavy on a breakfast. Like I'm like load, especially if it's a buffet. I'm like load up the sausages, load up the eggs. I need a good bread.
I mean,
a pancake or a waffle or French toast.
You've heard this story millions of times, but one of my old roommates and my dear friend Sarah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
She would like, oh, you guys going to brunch? Wait for me while I get ready, and I'll come with you guys. And like, okay. And she'd take forever to get ready. We'd get out there. I was starving. We'd finally get to the restaurant. We'd order food, and she'd be like, I'll just have the granola. And you're like, what the? You could have had granola at home. Like, why did you wait? And she, wants to hang out and talk and have a couple.
It was only like one time, right?
No, it was pretty common occurrence where she'd be like, if it wasn't granola, it was some other real basic thing. But she was also very health conscious and very, active.
And she like ran like 10 miles that morning before she.
Well, she's the girl who would like be hungover. She would like drink till like 2 or 3 in the morning and then wake up at 6 and like run from Oakland to Berkeley and back. And you're just like, damn, girl.
That's too healthy.
I always wanted to have that sort of like sweat the sick out. But I never could do that. No, I was like Rulla. I was at home laying in bed going, I can't lift my head. Oh.
Give me the MRI.
Oh, give me my topper. But no, even to this day, I always think like, oh, maybe if I did just get up and like go sweat it out. But I don't like to sweat.
Instead, you drink a big glass of Coca-Cola. That's Scott's hangover cure.
Hangover cure is the largest Coke you can get me. In a largest glass, ice to the top. Oh, it's delicious. I kind of want one now. I'm not even sick. I haven't had one in a long time. I haven't been hungover in a long time.
Yeah.
Knock wood. Whatever, there's some wood somewhere.
There's no wood in this place.
Well, there's some fake wood.
Oh, over there on the bar.
Oh, yeah, over there. I'll get that later.
Mm.
So
we get to the video.
Oh, yeah. I've been saying...
Did you get a clear description of what the video was?
Are you asking me because you didn't?
No, I want to hear your interpretation.
Oh, no, I really didn't. I mean, I didn't understand what it was. It was
somebody filming, probably the friend of the mistress who was friends with Joellen, through a glass door, of Brian consoling the mistress, grabbing her butt, hugging her, rubbing her.
I got that part.
A very long hug.
Right.
And it was indisputably Brian and this blonde woman. And so they're like, well, this is just hardcore facts. Like, you can't, see your way around this. And then someone says, but Rulla would probably say like, oh, he was like, letting her down and
was ending things.
Ending things. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I could see her saying that.
No, I could see that as well. I mean, she was already saying that those text messages were AI, so she can do some mental gymnastics to
for sure,
to justify anything there.
You needed like a timestamp.
I don't know where
in the beginning there was one. So like,
was there?
Yeah, it's like April or August.
Oh, April 7th or whatever 7th. Uh-huh. And they were saying that the 9th was the day they went to Polo.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where the car came into it. I guess they may have been like by his car and he gets into his car and it's...
I think they were flashing back to when Detective Joellen was like, look, it's the car, it's the interior, only he has red interior, blah, blah, blah.
Right. A lot of people, especially rich people, get the red interior because it's
which I don't
so uncommon. I would much rather have the brown kind of camel interior. Wish we'd gotten that for our car, but I like our black interior.
I do, yeah. I think red's a little...
flashy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little ticky-tacky.
Oftentimes with the red interior, even it's like really dark red, so it's not like burgundy, but, I can see it being a little classy.
It's a little, European.
Yes. But neither here nor there. I don't like this whole... I'm happy for Joellen, I suppose. She has the proof and she feels vindicated, but like I don't like this whole like we're going to show it. And it felt really oogie watching all of them sit around and watch this video.
Well, they had to for the sake of the show. But actually, no.
Did they have to? I mean,
for the drama of it all. Just thinking of that moment where it's like, not it. I'm not going to tell her. I'm not going to tell her.
I mean, that was kind of funny. But like at the same time, like basically them sitting around, like Joellen bringing that clip on the show and showing it to Liz, that alone maybe didn't have to be brought anywhere. But then they show it to the whole room, and that's basically cementing the fact that basically Rulla's whole role on this show is to have her marriage exposed.
Yes.
And that feels a little gross to me.
Yeah.
A little gross.
Yeah, we put it that way.
But at the same time, her husband's a little gross for doing it.
Well, but also, too, we know they're still together. So what, I mean, I wonder how he wriggles his way out of this.
Well, doesn't he get arrested or something?
He gets arrested for stalking.
Yeah.
Stalking her.
This is just creepy. But
he's just like, he has a bad vibe about him.
Yeah. And then I don't know what's happening next week with why on God's green earth, if you're the one who's sent to deliver the bad news to Rulla, why would you do it at her house in front of her husband?
You would take her to coffee,
yes,
show her the video one-on-one,
and
not a couple's dinner.
Right.
She's not going to say anything. She's going to chicken out.
And you think?
I think so.
Okay.
It's Alicia. If it was Liz, she'd be like, look, Dolly, I got a video.
I think though that she'll do it. I think the producers will be like, you need to do it. And she'll...
I think she's gonna chicken shit out. Yeah.
Well,
I don't blame her. I wouldn't want to do it.
Again, I wouldn't do it with him in front. Also, like, that's putting Rulla on the spot. That's like, what do you expect her to do? Like, if that was like the nail in the coffin that made her go, oh crap,
yeah,
this is truly happening, you don't want to catch her off guard. You don't want to, that just seems mean. Very, very mean to me.
I think they all should have, like, maybe not all of them, but it makes it more dramatic if they have her over and they're all like, we're here for you, Rulla,
yes,
and we want to show you this thing, and we don't take any pleasure in this. Well, Joellen does. But
well, I mean, even I like that Rosie watching it was kind of like, oh, like she's also
bad.
She's like bad, but then smiling a little bit like it's bad, but
it's good gossip.
And then Kelsey's sitting on top of the couch, like looking down, like
Kelsey's all like,
yeah. I was just like, okay, yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, just feels a little too gross for me, but you know.
Sorry, I just stuck my foot in your face.
It's fine. You just gave our viewers, some people pay for that sort of thing. Start an OnlyFans for your feet.
I need to buff them up. So,
well, you know, summer's coming up. It's flip-flop weather. It's thong weather.
Oh my gosh.
Kelsey's thong.
I was like, is it what?
I didn't.
It was a bad bathing suit.
It wasn't the best. Like, it was like a big thong. So like it was trying to like escape her crack, but it was also like going where it was supposed to go. It wasn't my favorite.
Escape her crack. Yeah. Escape from crack mountain.
It was just like, not my favorite thing. It's like lately I've seen a couple like, the guys in Speedos, but they're like really French cut Speedos. And so it's one thing to just guy in a Speedo, but another one where it's like got the deep like French cut.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like that thing, it's either that or it looks like a diaper. And you're like, this is not good. But
neither one's comfortable on your butt.
Ashley clearly rockin' body. They all have rockin' bodies, but Ashley clearly only one. Well, I guess Rosie hasn't given birth either. But
Ashley's given birth.
Yeah. That's why I say all the rest of,
Kelsey and Rosie.
Kelsey and Rosie are...
And Liz.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. You're right. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, Kelsey's definitely like, flaunt it if you got it situation. And if I had, a body like that, I would probably wear a thong, but I'd make sure one that like seats nicely.
It was an ugly pattern too. I was like, you can use like... You have a sugar daddy, or it did. Like, you could have amassed a good collection of bathing suits.
So that was the story we also hear, is that Joellen slept with
Ashley's ex
and his brother, not at the same time. Oh, there's a whole story about them doing it on a boat, but Joellen said that wasn't on a boat.
It was on land.
Yeah. I kind of wish that they were able to correct each other then and there and be like, no, you're talking about blah, blah, blah. But it truly is a small, small state.
I mean, yeah. Like, they've kind of all slept with each other then
yeah. Well, and then when she says Kelsey knows the answer to which brother's better in bed.
What does that mean?
Is that saying that like she's slept with the better brother so she knows how good, like...
Or is the brother better than the ex? That's what I didn't quite understand that.
Yeah, I'm not getting it either. But they're going to keep insinuating that everyone slept with everybody, and we're never going to know.
It's a small state, Rhode Island.
Yes, everyone knows everyone.
Everyone knows everyone.
So then, what else is left?
Well, I think we hit all the nails on the topper.
Okay. And we talked about next week already.
Yeah. Yeah. Overall, I mean, it was a fine trip. Some things got fought out and then they made peace and then trauma bonding.
Yeah.
And, it was a cool mansion and I guess relatively good looking butlers. And
they haven't left the mansion yet, have they? They're going to be there probably the start of next episode, probably, right?
Oh, when going home? Yeah, they have not. Yeah.
I'm expecting we would get some more ghost kind of situation.
Or I think just in the morning, they're just like, so, yeah, we still haven't decided who's going to tell Rulla.
They rock, paper, scissors for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I expect a little bit more. I don't know. I think, I was a little surprised by Atlanta being so kind of low stakes drama and everything. And this was low stakes drama, but it was all kind of the same note of drama. So I don't know. I'm just not disappointed by it, but I think we're still waiting for a little bit more ramp up and something other than, oh my God, Rulla's creepy husband is cheating on her.
Yeah. And the fact that she wasn't even there. Yeah. I think it's amped for me. I definitely, when it ends each week, I'm like, oh, I want more. So I think it's a good day.
And I think I'm
not like, oh, I got through that,
True. And I guess for us to feel the stakes of next week between Kelsey and Rosie, we need to see them on good terms and make some sort of like, well, we're actually kind of becoming okay with each other before we see things absolutely deteriorate. So
right.
I was going to say, what I really want to see is the drama, like the fight that happens between them and why that happens.
Yes, I really do want to know why.
But then I was like, if they just jump straight to it, then there's no,
Oh, it's not like they get into it and they're like, 48 hours earlier.
Oh, I could go for one of those, though. It's been a while since Housewives has done it's only Salt Lake that seems to do the little flashback.
Oh my gosh. It's like someone's like being chased by a murderer 2 weeks earlier.
All right. Well, then I guess this was a good episode. And
it was good.
We'll talk about it next time.
Until next time.